Good morning, Sachse. It's Tuesday, September 8th, the day after Labor Day. Back to school for some kids. All right, so it's warm, cloudy out there. Let's take a look outside, I guess you could say, at my house, and mix of clouds and little blue sky there. Not a whole lot, and I think today will be mostly cloudy for the most part, with some chances of rain. We'll get to that in just a second. But with that, let's go outside and look at the temperature. Temperature is almost 76, dew point 72. Humid out there this morning. That makes a relative humidity 90%. Winds out of the south at 2 miles an hour. Barometric pressure is 29.76 inches and steady. And that gives us a heat index of 85. So rather warm this early morning hour. Well, let's check the radar real quick and see what's going on. And not much. It's little rain showers way down south of Killeen and Temple, slowly headed our way, and I think that will definitely increase as the day goes on. So with that, let's take a look at the satellite picture, and you can see, this is of course mostly nighttime, but you can start to see the sun come up, and the clouds are starting to show up. Like I said, peaks of clouds and sun. So there's a couple of interesting features on the radar. So you see this line of clouds right here. It's actually what we call a gravity wave, and that's from the storm system that's coming out of the Colorado Rockies and the Great Basin. This is not the cold front that everybody's been talking about. This is just a gravity wave out ahead of it. And you can see, so it's kind of cool. You see these little waves of clouds, and we could talk about gravity waves a lot, but that would take most of my discussion. So we'll save that for another time. But you can see in this loop right here, this kind of edge of this cloud cover right here, that is the front, and that is slowly headed our way. Now, I don't think that it's going to be here today, of course. Probably won't be here until in the morning. And it's not going to be one of those fronts like we were thinking before that's going to blast through. It's going to be cooler and all that. It's going to kind of ooze in to the area. And I think what you're going to see over time, especially today and tomorrow, you're going to see the front. Matter of fact, let me do blue. You're going to see the front kind of do this, and then over time it's going to do this, and then over time it's going to do this. And then ultimately it'll come through DFW probably in the morning, maybe before sunrise, maybe not. And so it's just going to ooze this way. It's not going to come barreling through. We are not in fall, and we're certainly not in the winter type pattern yet. So it's going to be gradual. And, from what we talked about last week, I don't think it's going to be as cool, unfortunately. I think most of the cool air is going to be west of us, but it's not. It's going to cool down. It's just not going to cool down as much as we had hoped. So with that, what's our chances for rain with the storm system? Here's the Storm Prediction Center's forecast. Has some marginal risk of severe weather out in the Texas Panhandle and up in Missouri. Just general thunderstorm chances for us. So we're not really expecting any severe weather out of this system. I think that it's going to be one of those things that we're definitely going to see some rain, and we're definitely going to see cooler weather. That's for sure. It's just that I think it's certainly not going to be anything severe, so I don't think we have to worry about that. All right, so let's look at. Let's not look at that one. Let's look at this one. So I do want to talk about the tropics real quick. So it's peak hurricane season. The peak day during hurricane season is actually on Thursday, September 10th. So we have Renee way out here, about 40-mile-an-hour maximum sustained winds. We have Paulette that's out here. And around 50 miles an hour, if you will. These are expected to curve off, not really hit the United States, but it bears watching. So we do have some activity in the tropics. Like I said, this is definitely the most active time of year for the tropics. So just something to keep an eye on. All right, so the forecast itself. So, like I said, today, not really much rain chances. I think we'll see some rain later this afternoon, scattered. I don't think it's going to be a downpour or anything like that. Although I will say if you're underneath one, it'll be a downpour, but it won't be widespread. And then tomorrow and Thursday, we're going to see off and on scattered showers and thunderstorms. Excuse me. Like I said, today close to 90. Tomorrow mid 80s. On Thursday, probably upper 70s, probably 80 to be honest. And then the weekend still looking nice. It'll be in the mid 80s. It won't be the mid 90s like it was this past weekend. And then you see mid 80s for a good part of next week. We may have another front come in later next week, and we'll talk more about that as the time goes on. So the bottom line is we will have today, the theme of the day, if you will, is just humid and scattered showers and thunderstorms, especially in the afternoon. And then tomorrow, rain off and on. Thursday, probably morning, rain off and on. And then toward the weekend, it'll start to clear up a little bit, and but not near as hot. So mid 80s. So with that, hope everyone has a wonderful Tuesday. And as always, I'm watching the weather, so you don't have to. And we will talk to you soon. Have a good day, everybody.